Hello everyone, this is K-Briz Be The One, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Also, leave a like, turn on your notifications as well to stay with the latest content that I have for this channel. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer out there. I am doing college football news and college football, the video game. So both of these are going to match together. A lot of the videos you're going to be seeing, I'm going to be creating out some more of the college football news starting in July with a lot of predictions of conferences, who I think is going to win the Heisman, who I think will be in the championship games, and who I think will make the 12-team playoff, as well as a lot of vlogs. So just stay tuned because I have a lot of good content coming. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and throw this disclaimer of controversy out there. We're going to do the top 25 offensive teams and the top 25 defensive teams. So this is going to be an interesting list. There's one in particular that I've already seen that everybody's talking about, but I want to talk about a little bit more in detail.
And here we go.
So you like right here again, you're going to see the offensive first. So the first one should be no surprise. Number one is Georgia. Georgia's returning back a bunch of players. Beck is a Heisman candidate. You got Travis Etienne from the University of Florida. Then you end up getting Kobe Young from the University of Miami, transfer portal. I will make a video on that one, so there's no reason why Georgia should be number one. Number two is Oregon. Oregon's returning back a lot of players. Yes, Bo Nix is gone, but then they ended up getting Dylan Gabriel, don't quote me on the name, from Oklahoma. So he should just slide right in, and they're good at offense. Like, the running backs are great, the offensive line is great, the wide receivers, they got tight ends, they got everything that you need. So no reason why they're not number two. Number three on the list is definitely going to be Alabama. Alabama, of course. They still got Miro, so he's going to be there. He's going to be killing it. They still have a bunch of weapons as far as wide receivers. They stay stacked with wide receivers. A good offensive line, running backs, tight ends. Alabama, you have it all. Number four is Texas. Now, Texas, Ewers came back. I think they lost Worthy to my team, the Kansas City Chiefs. He plays for them now. They're loaded at running back, wide receivers, tight ends, offensive lines. They're just loaded everywhere. Texas, I see why they're number four. Number five is Ohio State. Ohio State is losing a couple key pieces, but they end up getting Jeremiah Smith. Well, they got the number one wide receiver in the nation. They got another wide receiver, explosive running backs. The quarterback is a little questionable, but I think he's going to turn it around because he played good at his last school. So that right inside the top five. Six is LSU, and number seven is my team, University of Miami. And I think we're high because of Cam Ward. Cam Ward and got a whole bunch of pieces, new wide receivers like JoJo Trader, Nye Carr, Fletcher's returning back in the running back field. We got great tight ends as well. Hopefully we use them right this year. And we're just loaded. So my team, personally, non-biased, I love we're that high, but I don't know yet because now we got to see how the coaching comes into play and how Cam Ward gets adjusted to the team and how we mesh as a whole.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out
Number eight, this is the controversial one, Colorado. Now I get that Colorado is returning Shedeur Sanders and you have Travis Hunter. I get that you got probably the best quarterback coming out of the draft next year and you have probably the best all-around athlete on offense and defense. But then we gotta see how their offensive line stacked up because they was getting killed last year. Shedeur Sanders had probably the most sacks in college football, and then their defensive line and offensive line was just not up to par. They went out of transfer portal, and now they got like elite offensive line. So we're gonna see the key pieces at wide receiver and running back because it's very suspect for them. I think they're very suspect. But also, a caveat to these NCAA rankings. At the beginning of the season, as the season continues to go on, you're going to see these ratings change up and down, which I like the new updates. For that, there's a video coming out for that really soon, so stay tuned for that. Number 9 is Missouri. I think Missouri should be higher because Missouri, they was like amazing last year. Had a great defense, but their offense was humming. Their wide receivers are dope. Their running back was one of the best running backs in the SEC. The quarterback was on point. So I think Missouri should be higher. And then rounding out the number 10 spot would be Clemson. This one is another one I have. The quarterback did good. this is how Clemson was the entire year. Up and down, up and down. But for them to be number 10, that's a little high for me. Maybe like 17 or 18. But we'll see, because their coaches don't believe in the transfer portal, so a lot of their stuff is recruits and transfers, not from the transfer portal to pay the players. Any other on this list? Let me see. Anything else that sticks out to me? SMU should be higher because they got a lot of money players that transferred in the transfer portal, but they also got Red Ashley. He's amazing, coach, head coach, and offensive coordinator. Florida State is ranked at, I want to make sure, 22? That's a perfect place for them. We'll see how their offense goes, because they get a lot of transfer portal players and don't develop their own players. So this is like Norvell's first recruiting class, so we're going to see how he does with developing these players. But transfer portal, they're like one of the top teams. Trying to figure out who else. A&M lost a lot of pieces, but also got pieces coming back. So we'll see. But their quarterback ended up, once they switched their quarterbacks, they were good. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm trying to think, is there any more? Oklahoma, I think, should not be in there. My personal opinion, they should not be in there, because you done lost a lot of people in transfer portal. You lost your best quarterback. I understand they keep recruiting great classes and not in the SEC, but we're going to see what they're going to do, because they lost, this is I think the second time they lost their quarterback. They lost Caleb Williams and they lost Gabriel. They keep losing their quarterbacks to Pac-12 teams, but now they're the Big Ten, so they keep losing their quarterbacks to Big Ten teams. This is going to be interesting. Arizona, watch out for them. I think their offense is going to be a sneaky pick because of their quarterback and wide receiver combo. It was a package deal, and they stayed in Arizona. Arizona offense is going to take off. This is going to be very interesting. I'm really to see what they're going to do in their new conference. Also, NC State. NC State, they was very elite on defense last year, but watch out for their new quarterback, their wide receivers, and their running backs. Watch out for them. They're going to be a sneaky pick to probably contend for the ACC championship or be in it. You heard from me first. Ole Miss also, that's a pretty good offense. We're going to see how they do. They was lighting it up last year, but when it came to playing like the elite teams or getting past the hump, like their first test was Alabama. They couldn't get past Alabama. Both came back to being the quarterback. So, Kansas is up there too. This is just an interesting list for me. Like I said, there's a bunch of controversy because there are certain teams I think should not be up there, and there's certain teams that I think you can plug in and play to be there. As long as Florida's not there, that's fine with me, because I want to see how their offense shape up, because they lost Pearsall, Graham Mertz, so we'll see how they do. Their offensive line is shaky. But that's just my list for that. Leave a comment on what you think about whose offenses should be up there, who should be lowered, what team should not even be that high or that low, or who's missing. Now, also at the end of the video, put other videos for you to watch. This is K-Britt signing out. Not only that, be the one for change, be the one to encourage, and be the one to inspire.